Maria.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
It's going actually really well.
Great.
Yes, it's a great day today, and feel free. I love it. Let me say hi to everybody. Which voice should I do it in? Everybody loved me saying hi to everybody in Kathy Hilton's voice last night. Which 90 Day Fiance cast member should I say hello to everybody in as?
I mean, do you have an Angela voice, or would that be sacrilege?
I know she's family. I can't do Angela. And even if I wanted to attempt to do Angela's voice, I probably couldn't.
How about Larissa?
Can't
Can you do
Angela.
Larissa?
That's Cody. Cody does Larissa. Cody, you want to say everybody as Larissa?
No.
Come on, Cody. Say hi to everybody's Larissa.
No.
You do Larissa so well. I won't even take that away from you.
I'm going to doozy it.
I'll do it. I'll go as Paul. How about that? My old standard. There we go. So let's see who's here. Well, hello there, Velvet Pixie. Me is Mama. Welcome back. Real Dog Talk. Hello. Michelle. Hello. Hi, Seraphim. I got a skater net for you. Keela Bila. Hello. MTT. Hello. Maria. Hello. Gina. Hello. I was waiting for you to say Paul.
No, you're still going.
You do Karina better.
You're ready to say.
Oh my goodness, no fun tonight.
I'm not going to interrupt the roll call.
All right, I'm going to switch gears. Who am I up to? Oh, hello, Gina.
Oh, I don't know. I can't see the chat today. I'm chatless.
Hello, Gina. Welcome to the chat. Hello, Ashley Nicole. Thank you for being here. Hello, Ellie. I switch gears to Muhammad.
Hurry up, Paul.
Paul.
You taking too long, Paul.
Hello, Addie. I'm just going to go back to my regular voice because this is taking way too long. Donnell, hello. Ruth Ann, hi. Christina B, hi. Stacy, hello. I think I skipped a whole bunch of people. Honeywig, hey. Barbie, all about the tea. Welcome. Oh, Chaos, try me, my friend. Okay, I think that's it. I think if I missed you,
I have a special shout out. I need a special shout out to Susie B. She had a house fire recently, and that's pretty stressful. And she's just trying to get through the inspectors and the insurance company to get everything back in gear. So I know she's watching. So good luck, Susie B.
Shout out to you, Susie B. I hope everything's working out for you.
God bless you, sweetheart.
Is it just me, Maria, or was this episode incredibly boring? So we're going to have to work like double time to make this interesting.
Okay. I'll do my best. I can't see the comments, though, so I'm a little sad.
Yeah, Cody, get your Speedo on. Get your old stripper gear on.
Oh, you stop.
We'll do like a disco break in the middle of it.
And I have to go into the back of the closet.
Oh, there's Susie B.
Is she here?
Hey, Susie.
Hey, Susie B.
Well, Cody, just get your old G-string out. We're gonna have to give people a show in the middle because
which one?
The
bedazzled one.
The one, or like the money maker. That one. There you go.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to see that. Is there a money maker one?
There is a money maker one.
That's the one that you have to like give the 20s out. Like Angela was saying, she's gonna run out of the money, like to her Canadian friend. That G-string. Hey Sheila. So where do we start? No Andre and Libby tonight. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but the tell-all was last weekend. That's why, if you were watching stories and everybody, when everybody just happens to be in New York City at one time, just, assume the tell-all's happening. So the tell-all was shot last weekend. And I'm not giving it away because everybody posted they were Manhattan. So, and it's going to be a good one. Looking forward to it. So that happened last weekend. I wish they would have held off. I wish they would show like the whole season or most of the season. When they do like Housewives reunions, like almost the whole season is aired. So it gives them like more talking points. But it's different here because like this, they're not all going out to lunch together, like Housewives do. So but they still want them to interact with each other on the tell-alls. So I would just wish they would keep them like, towards the end of the season when they film them, as opposed to like in the beginning, because they shot the tell-all like 2 episodes in. I did not watch
Yeah.
Single Life yet, but we're gonna get to it. And I know I have been incredibly inconsistent for like the last 4 months.
Yep. Ashley
But
Nicole is rooting for Caesar. She wants Caesar to get a girl.
is he still at the nail salon?
Yeah,
He is?
that's
Okay.
the
I'm
one.
gonna watch that. We're gonna do it. What else was I gonna say? I forgot. I was inconsistent. So yeah, we're gonna be doing like 90 Day from now on Monday nights. We're gonna be doing Sister Wives on Tuesday night. I'm gonna try and squeeze in the first episode of Sister Wives tomorrow before the new episode airs. I know Maria, not this week, but next week will be with us. I know Sweets will be with us for um, uh, Sister Wives and Beverly Hills. So, Monday nights will be 90 Day. Tuesday nights will be Sister Wives. Wednesday nights will be The Single Life. Thursday nights will be Beverly Hills. And then I'm trying to get it so things are consistent and when I'm going to be here. So finally, I
That would
think
be
I'm at
awesome.
the point where I can. Did you write that down? Do you want your schedule?
I love my schedule. Can you give me my schedule?
So that's what's going to be it from now on. I'm really mad that I missed talking about Seeking Sister Wife, but whatever. So I don't know where to start. Where do you want to go? Who
I
do you
mean,
want to?
Sumit and Jenny were very short. They kind of got right to it. This
All
is
right,
my tiny
let's
notes.
let's
That's
do
all I
them
got.
first. Okay, so it's the aftermath of Sumit telling his parents and family that they married.
Right.
You see them, and it was very volatile. Hey, Anns, and and I believed everything they showed us on that last week's one. I believed every cent of it, and I'm always like the biggest like, oh, that's fake. No, I believe that. You can't get emotion like that, like on a different take. So I believed and I actually, I'm like, oh my God, that's real emotion, huh? What? So it's the next day. They're sitting on a bench. Well, they want to take a walk together. Clearly, Sumit says that last night was a disaster. I think we could all agree on that. And the banner. Hold on. Sorry. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you guys for taking care of me as you always do. There you go.
Yes.
Oh, and again, if you want to join, hit the join button. If you want to like it, hit the thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit that button. If you don't want to do anything, then don't do anything at all and just sit here and watch. So, how do you feel? Like, I don't think, I can see where both Jenny and Sumit come from in this fight. I honestly can. My heart kind of goes towards Sumit a little bit more than Jenny's. Because he just literally gave up his whole family for her.
He did, but it doesn't feel like she understands it. And I mean, maybe
Yeah.
it's the difference between American culture and Indian culture that, understanding just how, you know, your families are so intertwined and how your happiness is entwined with your parents' happiness. I think she doesn't get it. She's like, this has been 10 years, 10 years of you choosing them over me. Can't we just be done now? Doesn't our happiness matter?
But
And
to Jenny's credit, though, like 10 years is a long time,
it's,
So it's hard for
it's,
me to. I don't even want to pick a side on this one because I think they're both equally, maybe 60-40 Sumit side.
yeah.
I'll give him the slight edge, but they both had like a not tumultuous, maybe tumultuous. Is that the right word? Like it hasn't been easy.
It hasn't been easy. I don't know if it's tumultuous though. I don't know. It feels like they always had love for each other, but like there was just so many outside forces keeping them apart.
Is Jenny supporting him? I don't know. I mean, like I know they get paid from the show, and I know maybe that's enough. Maybe the TLC paychecks are enough to keep them going in India. And don't forget, there's also
Maybe.
cameos and promotions and shit tea and gummies to eat. So I don't know, to be honest with you, Sheila.
I do think that that's kind of be addressed in kind of the next episodes. It looked like in the previews that they might, like he might want to leave the house and do other stuff while she's in retirement mode and just wants to chill and hang out. So I think it's going to
that's
come up.
another thing, because she is like, at retirement age, and I could, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I like both Jenny and Sumit, and they've been very nice to me, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but Jenny is at that time in her life where she does, she wants to play golf, and she should, at that age, she should want that. But she also knew marrying somebody like half her age, he's not ready for retirement yet. Like, he's still got like his life to live. So I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Jenny gets Social Security, Suzy says. So, but like Social Security,
at 63, so she must have taken it early then.
So that means you're getting a lot less than what she should be getting, right? Because when you file like before 65, don't you get like, a lot less taken out?
I think you get less. There's a penalty of some sort.
So Jenny felt that she lost him, but he felt that I lost a family. Sumit wanted Jenny to be more there for him, and I have to agree with him, because he just lost his whole family. They just all walked out. And in India, the family is a big part of the culture there. And Jenny felt that I was sitting there like not knowing what was going on, in a deer with headlights. She knew it was bad. I couldn't even imagine being in Jenny's position and sitting there and seeing that and like not knowing what's saying, but it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think she acknowledges that she didn't handle that exactly right, that she should have been supporting him a little bit better, but that she didn't know what was going on, and she was feeling like he was leaving. Like, I'm losing you for good right now. This is the end. So you can imagine the terror that she was feeling, like, oh no, oh no, oh no, heartbreak is right here in my lap. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hard.
So Jenny says, like, what do we do now? And Sumit goes, I guess we leave it alone for now. Hey, LaDonna, we leave it alone for now. And, we revisit it when we revisit it.
Yep.
Did I miss anything? That was like pretty much like the gist of their whole...
That was pretty much the gist. I think he also said that he was going to keep trying to maintain that connection. So he was going to keep working on his parents.
And he should. And I really think that, like, his mom will come around. Like, I don't know. Like, when he hugged her, like, at the end of the last one, he's like, please talk to me. She could have been like, the mom loves him. And she's extremely hurt. Do you think that he can fix this with his parents? Or it's unforgivable?
I mean, I don't think it's unforgivable. I just think she's not a forgiving woman. His mom runs the family. And man, she said that Sumit is nothing but heartache to her. So I think it's going to be hard.
And then having your mom say that to you, like, oh my God, like, what I wouldn't get to have like a mother, it's like, and I couldn't, or a father, or like, a family. And it's tough.
It is. But I think we also saw how unhappy he was in his first marriage that his family wanted, right? He was ready to hurt himself. So why don't they want him to be happy? I don't know. It's difficult. It's hard.
Sorry.
Why can't his happiness be their happiness? It's just not.
Someone's calling me. I got someone live.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I'm live. Sorry about that. Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad for both of them. We'll see. Move on?
Move on.
Let's move on. Okay, because that was like the
that was the easiest
shortest story. All right. Who do we have left? All right. I think we'll do Angela last.
Okay.
How about
let's do it first. Should we do it?
Bilal. that was my first form.
Agreed.
Like, God, like, why did they put him on a happily? It's like, I would rather watch grass grow than Bilal and Shaida. Although last week's episode was like, pretty intense. I'll give them that for being the most exciting they ever were. Let's go there. All right. So
Okay.
Bilal and Shaida. So it's the aftermath of the fight that they had with, Shaida and Shahida, right? When they tried
Yeah.
to
Shaida and Shahida.
Shaida and Shahida. Bilal,
Close
thanks
enough.
for making it easier on us with the names. And there was no love loss at that, meeting. But like, do you think that Shaida was wrong at that luncheon they had with the ex-wife? Because I didn't think she was that out of turn.
I didn't either. I mean, Bilal said, you didn't even give her a chance to sit down and say anything, that you were the aggressor, You came at her with force. That's the way he said it. You came at her with force. And I mean, I think he's right that she didn't sit down. She never got to sit down. It did kind of start right away. But with force, I don't know if I would agree with that. I think she was just trying to stick up for herself.
And again, like, we said this last week, like Shaida was saying, well, you came into my home. Saying
Yes.
like my home, like that, she was calculated in how she phrased that. So I can see like Shahida, the ex-wife, getting mad. Like we said, like last week, there was like no assalamu alaikum there. Bilal was praying for the demons, Satan's demons, to
Yep.
be exorcised from the table.
He was like, peace, peace, peace. He wanted some peace from Allah, please. Yeah.
I could see Shaida being upset. Like, you're my husband now. You need to stick up for me. But I don't know. I was on Shaida's. I didn't think Shaida was that bad, and I felt that Shaida had every reason to feel the way she did about that last meeting, about the prenup and all that stuff. I didn't think she was incredible. Like, now, was she snarky and used certain words?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing. I mean, like,
Yeah. But the ex
So
was like, you don't know me. You don't need to come at me this way because you don't. Yeah. So yeah, she's like, yeah,
he's
you
like,
don't seem
East
like a
San
good.
Diego's coming out now. You don't, it's, I was ready for her to for her to jump across the table, and like that would have been good TV. But anywho, so Bilal has been giving Shaida the silent treatment.
Yep.
They didn't talk on the car ride back home. Now you see Shaida giving Bilal breakfast in bed consisting of juice and grapes. So I'm going to try and make his
there was
day
some
better.
tea. I think there was some tea.
No, it's tea. It was tea with honey and some grapes. Just trying to go the extra mile, serve. And then he's like, she gives it to him and he's like, thank you. Like she was the help. Right?
Right?
You're dismissed. Like, right? He's like, thank you. Like, you leave the room now.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, she's just like, we need to talk about this, And he's just like, I thought you would act differently, and this was the worst case scenario for me, And I sort of get where it was the worst case scenario. Like, he wants a good relationship with his ex-wife for his children and stuff, but and I guess he can't tell his ex-wife what to do. He can't say, you need to, behave better. He has no control of her whatsoever. So I guess the only person he can control is Shaida. But man, Bilal, how about you jump in there and mediate? Why are you letting this happen to begin with? Why is it your wife's fault? I don't know. He sucks.
I agree. So she goes, we need to talk about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Bilal goes, you disappointed me. You didn't give her a chance. I don't know about that. Shaida was saying, I'm dealing with the bully.
Yeah. It's not nice to tell your wife that you're disappointed, as if she is your child that needs to be corrected.
How condescending is saying this? I'm disappointed in you. Like, no supper for you tonight, and no TV. Like, that's like the tone he had. How I saw it anyway. So she goes, I'm dealing with the bully, and Bilal goes, well, I wouldn't have married her if she was a bully, but you divorced her for some reason, didn't you? Like, clearly,
Exactly.
you know, you divorced her, because if she was everything so great, and I'm not saying that Shahida's a bad person. Again, I don't know her from Adam, but
Right.
clearly there was an issue that came up where you had to divorce her. Like, so there's something going on there. You know, and what does Shaida do? She folds and says, "Well, listen, if you want me to apologize to her, I will."
She does, but she also asked Bilal to stick up for her, right? I need you to stick up for me. I'm your wife. And, you know, and then what does he say? He's just like, well, you know how important peace is. It sounds like I'm not going to stand up for you because my peace is more important than, you know, anything going on with you. You aren't a full person. You are an extension of myself. So you must behave how I want you to behave. I don't, there's just something off in the way that he talks and the way that he
Yeah, he just
thinks.
puts her down. All like in the stuff he did last season, well, a few months ago, when he tricked her with the house, and he tricked her with picking her up in the crappy van, and then took her to his mom's house that was dilapidated. I mean, he's really been like fucking with her this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't even know why she married him. Like, I have no idea. You know,
Yeah.
and again, we're watching, you know, a reality TV show, and there's more, you know, what's put out there. But if it were me, based on what's presented to me watching the show, I would have been like, kick rocks, I'm going back to Trinidad.
Yeah. Implying that she's not being a dignified Muslim woman. Come on. Come on. What else do you want her to do? Just,
The
I
stuff
guess,
about the kids, like, you know, she wanted kids and he wouldn't answer her. He really is a jerk. He is a jerk. That is
he's a jerk. And there's
Jerk is the
something
best.
about his tone too, right? So he talks very like calm and calculated. And like the way that he keeps talking about peace makes me think that there is just like a violent aggressiveness in him, and that it takes everything in his power not to just explode all over everybody. There's just the calculatedness of the way that he speaks. It feels scary. And maybe that's why, you know,
He's
Shida
like
keeps
Colt.
buckling.
I'm sorry. Like, it reminds me of Colt and how he used to speak to Larissa. Isn't like,
Oh.
no, right or
Mm.
wrong? Like
Mm.
how Colt would be like monotone. Okay, Larissa. You know, it reminds me of how Colt used to talk down to Larissa and gaslight Larissa. And I know I'm not wrong.
He did
Like,
used to do that. And then we've also seen him explode, right? We've seen him at the tell all slamming doors and saying, I want you back, and acting just crazy. And Larissa was eating that up.
go
She
back and
seemed
watch
to.
Colt and Larissa back, you know, years ago. It's like the same exact thing. And
Mhm.
listen, Larissa is
Larissa.
you know, Larissa is her own character, and but I see that cult in Bilal
Hmm.
completely, and he's a gaslight. I think so. He's a gaslighter. He's condescending. He talks down to her, like, you know, it's like she's another child.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't like,
I
you
don't
know, when
like it
she was
either.
saying, you know, she said, I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. And Bilal's like, what is the point here? Um, is this blaming her, or are you acknowledging, you
No,
know, your
no, Addie, I love Larissa. Listen, no,
I love Larissa.
I've been with, like, you know,
Love.
thick and thieves with Larissa for how many years? 5, 7, 6, 5. I don't know. No, I'm not dogging Larissa by any means. I'm just saying,
No.
um,
Love.
this reminds me of Colt speaking down to Larissa, but I can't compare Larissa to Shaida because they are way two completely different people.
Very different.
That was
Yeah.
my point in saying it like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I
so
just don't. Yeah. You know, when he talks about Shaida trying to, you know, basically, are you trying to blame her? Or are you trying to take responsibility for yourself? You know, like he just won't hear it. He won't hear, you know, how his ex-wife was a bully, how she was trying to stick up for herself, how she didn't really feel like she said anything wrong. He will not hear it. It's unfortunate. He sucks.
and I think she's gonna be like acquiescing to him like from now on. I don't think she's ever gonna have any say in this marriage. From just seeing this, like, and from what I've seen, you know, on last season, I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about it. I don't.
Yeah, I mean they're clearly still together, and I will say if you follow their Instagrams, ooh, they post some really nice photos. Like, well, there's a recent one where she's in this hot pink outfit. She looks good. It looks
And
nice.
that reminds me, I'm gonna get back on Instagram. Like I know I haven't posted anything, any updates on Instagram. It's been like crazy, but now that things have calmed down, I could, so I'm gonna start up on Instagram again and putting the updates up there too. Okay, are we good with them, Bilal and Shaida?
Shaida.
Shaida.
Yes.
Let's see. Who do we have next? All right. Let's do Jovi and Yara.
Okay. Jovi and Yara.
Because I was actually excited to talk about them. Well, more excited than the rest of pretty much everybody else. Jovi and Yara. Okay. They are about to meet Cody's mom. Jovi's mom. They had this big blowout where Jovi had told his mom that, she's not there for Yara, which I always thought that she was. Right?
Well, I think they live several hours apart now, so it's not like she's just down the street. It's not easy for her.
Yara wanted to move them like out of New Orleans.
Well, I don't even think that the mom lives in New Orleans. I think she lives like in the backwoods, in the bayou somewhere.
She's in the bayou. Like
Yeah.
I think, like catching crawfish and stuff like that. Like whatever they do in the backwoods.
Crawfish are delicious.
Whatever they do in the backwoods of Louisiana, like that's where like I think Gwen lives, and I love Gwen.
Yes.
She is such a sweetheart. And when that Hurricane Ivan, I think was it that hurricane happened last year? Ida. I mean, she started the GoFundMe, collected thousands of dollars to help people in the area. I have so much respect for her. I even had one of my followers come to me who lost their house and everything. And, I reached out to Gwen and, Gwen helped her out. So I have nothing but the utmost respect for Gwen. I love her. And if she was my mom, I would be doing cartwheels every day. So no shade to Gwen. I think she's an amazing human being. So they had to fight 6 months ago about Jovi being upset that Gwen wasn't there for Yara when Jovi has to go away for work for like a month at a time doing his deep sea grilling and all that stuff. But Jovi had said that he talked to his mom every day, and that kind of hurt my feelings. I'm like God, you don't know, it's like what I wouldn't give to have a mom, and I'd be like, so that just irked me, and that they would have a fight over this. And I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think Gwen was being shady at all.
I don't think so. No, I don't think she was being shady. I think she was being straight. I think, Gwen made it sound like Jovi yelled at her, like he unloaded on her.
Hey, Jewel. So
yeah,
while they're on the boat,
yeah,
it's super awkward. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, like Jovi unloaded on her, and it wasn't just like, hey mom, can you be more, can you help Yara more while I'm away? It wasn't a nice conversation. He was angry. It sounded about something else, and he just unloaded on Gwen, and Gwen was hurt that Yara didn't feel she could say that to her directly. Which
I'd be too, though. I'm like, now again, the season started off with Yara going out with, Symphony with a C and Adele, right? She wants to have a good time. So is Yara mad at Gwen, and don't bite my head off for asking this question, because she doesn't have anybody to watch the baby and she wants to go out and live her life? Because that's
it did sound, actually, Yara did make it sound that way. Like she's like, her mom would have taken the baby all day long so that she could go do what she needed to do.
No questions asked. So, and that's how and then she goes, maybe it's in my culture, maybe in my culture, grandmother always watches baby, and grandmother always wants to be around baby. No, here too, grandparents love their grandkids. I was like, don't play the culture card. Like when Sumit said in Indian culture, the family's a big deal. I'm like, yes, okay, I see that. But every grandparent loves their grandchild, probably more than the parents do.
Yeah,
it is what it is. So Yara's saying, maybe I was wrong. In Ukrainian culture, grandparents always say yes to baby. And I'm sure that's the same everywhere else. Like like I'm Italian, and I know how my grandparents were, and my family. My grandmother raised me, for Christ's sake. So like it is what
Yeah.
it is. Um,
Yeah,
I felt
I
like
think when they can do it, they do it, right? It sounds like Gwen can't do it. She lives many hours away. For her to come and help Yara, she has to stay there for a week or whatever in Yara's house, and it's like, this is weird. This is not. I have a life of my own. I'm not your nanny, which I'm not mad about that.
I'm not either. And again, it was Yara's decision to move. Them. Was it 45 minute, a couple hours away from New Orleans, like wherever they moved. So
Yeah.
Yara wanted Jovi out of the city because I guess he didn't want to go into strip clubs and getting drunk and stuff like that. But at the same time, you took away the grandparent by, and I wouldn't want to have to drive 3 hours. Yara. Hi, Miss Gwen. Can you please come over to watch Mila? I need to go to club tonight. I'd be like, fuck
Yeah.
you. Like, and I'm not even trying to be shady to anybody because I really do like Jovi. I really do
Mhm.
like Yara, and I really do like Gwen. And
Yeah.
and I liked all three of them. I've spoken to all three of them. I think all three of them are great people. But if I'm, being honest, I think Yara's a little bit, most bit at fault here.
You know what? And I think she acknowledges that too. She's like, I was wrong. I
But I
shouldn't have
didn't like her
expected all of
blaming
that.
it like on like, well, in Ukraine, grandparents do this, night and day, like, they never say, I didn't like that. And got like, me and Yara got into it last year when, and I said the same thing pretty much last year. And then that headache I got from that comment because I made a post saying, you know, Yara is lucky that she has Gwen to be there for her when Jovi is away. And me just saying that infuriated Yara so much. Like, that's why I'm afraid to say anything about her. Like, but it was
But you know
true.
what? We don't know when this was recorded. That could have been when this was going on. So she didn't have Gwen at that moment, maybe. And so she was like, "Ugh, I wish I had Gwen, but yeah, I don't have Gwen right now." So yeah, you never know. I don't know. But did you see how nicely they were able to deal with this? I don't know why it took them 6 months when they just did it very easily. We should have had this conversation so that we could figure out what would work for both of us. Yeah, it's like, okay, grown-ups having conversations instead of just freaking out on each other.
And if I took
Amazing.
anyone's side, it would be Gwen's. Like, because she was right. Yara could have called me, or, you're my daughter-in-law now. Like, Jovi could have called me. Like, why did it have to like come to this head that where like, it got so bad?
Mm-hmm.
It's messy. And like, I don't like, I like all three of them. Like I said, I feel
Yep.
bad about things. So, and I kind of felt like, when they hugged it out in the boat that I think there might have been some still sour
Sure.
feelings,
Sure. They all wanted to move forward. So it's just like, well, let's push through this awkwardness to get to the next thing, to get to the better part.
So then the next part, right? Because then Yara wants to talk. She calls her mom, and why did it say mom too on her phone? Did anybody catch that when
Oh,
Jovi
that's
called?
cute.
When Yara called her mom? No, it said mom too. I'm like, who's mom one?
Gwen? I don't know.
Like, that's what I said to Cody. I'm like, he goes, "Did you see that?" I go, "That is weird." Because mom, like in the number two, and I said maybe Gwen's like mom one. He goes, "Wouldn't your real mom be like mom one and not your mother-in-law?" Anywho, so Jovi, Yara is talking about like going back to the Ukraine to, I guess, for what reason? Why does she want to go there? Tell me, Maria.
Well, she hasn't been back in 3.5 years and she misses her mom. And I guess her mom is in the Czech Republic because there's
Right.
already stuff going on in this region. So she doesn't feel maybe totally safe in the Ukraine. Um, and I mean, Gwen is very worried about the idea
I would
of
too.
any of them going. Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. Okay, it reminded me of when, oh my god, what was her name? The one with the dentist, the young Muslim girl with the dentist. Ugh.
Oh,
Avery. Avery.
yes.
When Avery was like, well, I'm going to move to Syria. Everyone was like, yeah, let's go to like the place where like there's the most war on earth going on. Like, it reminded me of Avery saying that she wanted to go to Syria. Yara saying, I want to go to Ukraine. Like, her mom's already living in Prague. They already skipped out. They know, I don't think war was imminent at that point. That's why, the family left. So, and you have to think that Yara already knows that. Right? Like, do you think going to Ukraine would be a good idea right now with all that going on when your mom is like in Prague herself? And the same thing with Avery wanting to go to Syria when that was happening.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Okay. What I miss? Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I said, don't you? It was the same thing. Like, don't like Yara wanting to go to Ukraine was like the same thing as like Avery wanting to go to Syria at that time.
Yeah.
And both of them knew that both countries are like, war ridden. So probably not a good idea to want to take that trip with a baby, now. I don't know. And I get wanting to see your parents or your family. I totally, but
I think everybody was in denial about Ukraine until it really happened. And then depending on where you lived, you were still in denial when it was, when it started.
well,
So-
Yara's mom was saying like, that they didn't think it was going to happen. Yara was saying, well, here they're saying war was happening, and it happened. So I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting time in history, isn't it? Where you can actually see how disinformation is working before their eyes. People are getting fed completely different pieces of information about a whole entire war. Yeah. No, it's scary. And, the idea, it sounded like they were all going to go, not just Yara. It would have been Yara and
Yeah.
Mila and Jovi. So they could have all been stuck in a big hot mess. So
Yeah. And again,
Scary.
this, I don't know when this was filmed. It was probably filmed like probably like a week before like Russia invaded or something like that. You know what I mean?
So February,
Yeah.
somewhere in there, March.
So
Yeah.
but we have good news that Jovi opened up Yara's mail and let her know that. Jovi, that's a federal crime. Did you know that? Opening other people's mail is a big no-no.
I did know that.
Oh, you do? I forgot what you do. Or did, or
I
still
did.
do.
I did. I don't do it anymore. That's a hard
did.
job.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Maria was a mailman.
Yeah.
Well,
I used to look for the mail.
So Maria knows better than anybody that you can't open up people's mail, especially when it comes from INS. So Jovi, how dare you open up? It's a federal crime.
Yeah.
Maria, you should tell your superiors about this and let them know.
I should. But also, who cares? They live in the same house. It'll be fine.
Imagine headlines tomorrow. John Yates tells postal worker to get Jovi charged with a federal crime. So good news for Yara. She has her green card, not her green card specifically, because I'm like, oh, she got a green card, and Yara's like, oh, I got my green card. So not only did Jovi open up the mail, federal crime, and said it's your green card, and then she opened it up and she goes like, well, oh, so I didn't get it yet. It's an interview.
It's an interview, but she was excited about it.
Yeah,
And so was Jovi. They look so cute. They're all like, she's just like, I'm leaving you now. I'm leaving. He's like, you don't have it yet. Okay, after the interview, I'm leaving. So it was cute.
So I like that. Male woman. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm the worst. Male woman. Postal woman.
I was a
What's your
carrier.
official
That's
title?
the correct word. I was a rural route carrier.
A rule what?
A rural RURL. No, RURAL. Rural route carrier.
A rule. Okay, did you ever watch 30 Rock?
Not in a while.
But like, okay, so rural.
That's the one.
Jenna from 30 Rock was doing a movie, and it was called like The Rural Juror, and like that was a whole episode. I don't know if anybody ever watched it, but it was funny because everybody kept saying The Rural Juror like the whole episode.
Rural. It's a hard word to say. It's hard.
Rural. Rural. Is it
Rural.
rural or rural?
Rural. I was a
Rural.
carrier. I was a
Rural.
carrier.
Rural. Okay. I'm gonna just go back to mail woman. That's
Yep.
it. There you go.
I drove a mail truck and stuck mail in your mailbox.
Aries Sue, hello and welcome. Did anybody see that 30 Rock? Do you know what I'm talking about? Because it's a really funny episode. I love rural.
Now I have to watch that one because I don't remember.
I don't know what season it was on. The whole episode, Jenna was doing this movie called The Rural Juror, and like nobody could say it. It was like I loved it. It was so funny. So go watch 30 Rock and find an episode. Let me know. Anywho, so that's it. I think are we good with? Oh, okay. And, no, there's one more thing I say. Yeah, I know it. I know what you're gonna say. So they're asking each other, like, what's your favorite color? Like, oh my god.
Okay, but were you guessing what her favorite color was? Were you guessing?
Certainly wasn't beige. That's one thing.
I was like, white. Is it white? Because she had the white couch and the white rug and everything. I'm like, white. So
my
when
whole
she
house
said
is
beige,
like my couches are beige, the wallboard is beige, my paint is beige, my carpet's beige, parts of it. Like my entertainment center is beige, my desk is beige, my table's beige, my countertops are beige. I mean, I love beige. I'm an Earth Home guy. I love beige, but like I certainly like my favorite color is red. Like
same.
Red. Yeah, like and red's an earth tone too, so it's in the beige family, right? But like beige. What do you like? 90?
So hard. I laughed so hard because I was like, of course
Cody
it's
was like beige. Cody was like, she should move in here if her favorite color is beige because my whole house is beige. Like I have like little accent colors everywhere else, but everything is beige. I work off on beige and put accent colors everywhere else, and like I swear to God, like my whole house, even my paintings are beige. Like I love khakis; they're beige. I love I get beige. I get loving beige. But to say that as a favorite color,
yeah, it's not a color. I mean, it's a color, but also I don't know.
Like when people add like, what's your favorite color? Brown? Like is brown people's favorite color? Like when people say favorite colors, red, blue, pink, purple, yellow, orange, green. Like white, black. Beige. Like gray. Like gray. Like ugh. Like. And sorry to all the people who love gray out there. Like, it's a great color, just like beige. But like my bedroom's beige, not beige. My bedroom's gray and blue, and everything else out here is beige and red. But I don't know, beige.
Beige. The color of pasta with no sauce on it. I don't know. Beige.
What's everyone's favorite color in the chat? Is it beige? If you're a beige lover, put it in the chat. I would love to know all Yara's people who love beige or brown. Like, let's go another weird color that like would be weird to be like a favorite color. Like I don't know. I go to beige, brown, gray, like just shades of colors that it's weird.
My younger son was very specific. He wasn't like yellow. He was like, I like goldenrod. So,
like aubergine. Like chartreuse. Yes. Vermilion. Like
he's like this color has good vibes. I like goldenrod. I was like, okay.
Like my favorite shade of red is burgundy. Like like my car is like my absolute favorite shade of red. I love that color, that shade of that's my red. I don't like fire engine red. But like I like that deep like maroonish brick like deep red is my favorite red. Cody's car is even red. Like we both have red cars. Oh, Sheila likes gray. Sheila. All right, now I know what to get you for Christmas.
All right, Sheila. Do you have a gray car?
Gray and blue is our bedroom, and then beige and red's everything else out here. Like our curtains are like red curtains. Like they're right here. There they go.
Right. Yeah.
It is what it is. So I got you, Sheila. Gray it is. Yes. I'm going to send you a whole big basket of gray things, and it's going to be awesome. All right, are we good with Jovi and Yara?
Of course. Beige.
Beige.
And salads.
How about Eddie and Liz? Let's do Ed and Liz.
Okay.
Because then we have Ed and Liz, and then we have oh god, not super wife Kim, not sister wife Kim. Okay, let's do Ed and Liz. All right.
Okay. Got my tiny notes. So where do we start
What
with?
you wrote your notes on, Maria?
Oh, I wrote them on the stationery, the tiny stationery at the hotel. It's so small. Why is it so small?
Were
But
you
I
writing like
didn't-
crib notes for people to cheat off you on, like in high school?
Yes. Just pull it out of my sleeves. So small.
Well,
Ridiculous.
Cody's favorite color is blue, so like I had to give him something, so I let him do the bedroom, like whatever he wanted. And you know, I'm the alpha, so I had to have red everywhere else. So there you go. So you know, I threw him a bone. I said, listen, you can do the bedroom blue, and great, go knock yourself out. So
Absolutely. Got to have good, cool vibes in the bedroom. It's nice.
Yes. All right, Ed and Liz. Okay. Giant snooze fest, the whole thing. I'm sorry. I was bored to death watching, you know, and I'm trying to give Ed the benefit of the doubt, you know, and this season, because I know I was hard on him last time, but so last week he had talked to Rich. That's his friend. Liz can't stand him. So they get back to, and I have to say, Ed is looking good. I like Ed with the short hair. I'll give him some
I do
compliments.
too. Yeah,
I think he
in
looks
the
much
little
more
scruff.
cleaner, you know, and not as gross looking when he did with the ponytail and the mayo. I'll give him that. I like the short hair. I think so. I'll give compliments out. Listen, you know, it's fine. So they're sitting on the bed. You know, Ed is sad that he lost a friend. And let's not forget, Ed and Liz's breakup was bad. Like, I don't know if Liz started it, but like there was a change.org. I mean, I shared it. Petition to get Ed off TLC.
But she was part of that though?
Well, she was sharing. I don't know if she started it. But she was definitely sharing it. And when I interviewed Liz last year, that's when that was going on. And that's on my channel somewhere if you want to watch it. It was like last summer, I think. But yeah, and when I interviewed her, that's like when the audio leaked about him saying not nice things and all that stuff. When I saw that they were back together, I could not believe it. I was like, wow. But you know, are they married?
I think that they are married.
Did they get married? Does anybody know? I should know that as a 90 blogger. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, maybe I don't know. Maybe I was making assumptions because of the name of the show that we're on happily
That's
ever
my bad
after.
on that one. But did they get married? And if nobody knows, I'll find out in a few minutes. And when we get off the live, I'll ask somebody. I think they did. I might have posted it. But I don't know. I can't keep track. Too many cast members.
Do you think they went back to Vegas? Wasn't Vegas where they had their big blow up, their big breakup was in Vegas?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And
do you think they went back and got married there?
Really, you know what? I'm not going to search the page to find if I posted that or not. But someone should know in the chat. Not all at once now. We'll get there. Okay. So Liz, you know, she goes, I'm not okay with him, and I'm not ready for him to re-enter our lives.
For Rich, yeah, because Rich was the person that kept breaking up with her.
I feel bad, like not knowing this as a 90-day blogger. Shit. Now it's gonna irk me, and I had to write this wrong while I'm live. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Keep talking, Maria. While I.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, Rich was the person that every time Ed would go and see his friend Rich, Liz would get broken up with. So she's got plenty of reasons to be annoyed with Rich. He was the one that would literally write the texts breaking up with her. So, I mean, I think she's got every reason to be concerned and to be bothered by Rich. But Ed says, you know, yeah, Rich doesn't want us together, but basically I'm choosing you. You're my priority. And, you know, he's like, it's hard to lose a friend, but I found my soulmate. I'm choosing my soulmate in that I am choosing Liz. I don't know what to do with that. Am I still here?
I
Okay,
don't
good.
think they're married.
Oh, you don't think so? Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think not yet.
How are you searching for
They're
it?
engaged.
Okay. Well, maybe not then.
Let me just reach out to a cast member real quick. Hold on one second. Let me just.
Who are you going to reach out to?
I can't
See.
say.
I mean, I'll just take a guess in my mind. In my mind, I'll keep it in there.
I can't say.
Understood. So yeah, Rich is out of the picture for now.
So
that's it.
Yeah, so good for them. They're happy. I can't understand my note here. Her daughter and Leon's acceptance, and that might have been like my really quick writing. Her daughter.
Oh, he said, my priority is you, and that you accept me. And I swear he said Luke or somebody. I don't know who the heck he was talking about, but yeah, that was the priority, was that those people accept the relationship, not that Rich does. So.
Okay. All right. I don't know. It was like boring. Like, so they meet, like, Liz, has Ed finally meet like her best friend Barry because she was tentative. Well, hello. Thank you, Ashley. Like, come on. And I appreciate that. All of Ed's friends hate Liz. All of Liz's friends hate Ed, and they probably all should because it was very, very ugly. And they fought and they broke up. They fought. They broke up. They fought. They broke up. So I get it. And if I were their friends too, I'd be like, I'm over it.
Right.
So I had to say that was that a burrito Barry was eating because it looked delicious. I'm like, oh my, that looks like mouth watering. I wanted to eat whatever restaurant they were at because I'm like that was my takeaway was like that burrito and he put the hot sauce on it. I'm like, that looks delicious. Good old Barry.
Now I got to go back and look at the burrito.
You have to look at the burrito. It was like, and I don't even like burritos because I can't stand beans, but like I would eat that burrito because it was that like yummy looking.
You can get a burrito without beans.
But the whole like essence of a burrito is like the beans. Like, isn't like the bean like half of the burrito?
Doesn't have to be. No.
Like beans, refried beans. Like I just like string beans. Like, and that's it. Like those are like the only beans I like. And jelly beans. Not even jelly beans that much.
Just put those in the burrito.
Magic beans that might grow a stalk. Like I'll take that type of bean. String beans the only thing like I really enjoy. Anywho, so Ed's like, oh, you were a Marine. He's like, yes. He's like, what does Semper Fi mean?
Always faithful. Ish.
And I guess Barry is happy for how he came, how far they've come, but he'll be watching.
He'll be watching.
Marine.
Yep. Because he wants her to have stability. And he's happy with what he's hearing, that, Ed is taking some accountability and he's tried to grow and all that good jazz. But yeah, he's keeping an eye on him, which is a good idea. No beans and burritos.
I think the big takeaway is that the burrito conversation we're having here, because it's way more interesting than what we just watched with Ed and Liz's storyline. Yeah, like Cody loves burritos, but he loves beans. I can't stand beans. Like free fried, no, gross, yucky. Don't like it.
You know what? I have to say you're probably right about the burritos being the most interesting part of the story. And I mean, when you think about the fact that we just we're going to bounce around through 4 different random nonsense scenes that are nothing. Like there's a part where they're giving the dog treats. It's like, why is this on the show?
And I was like, and I told you before we started, I go, this was friggin' boring. I go, how are we going to like recap this show? And Cody is still out here with his G-string on. Cody, where's the moneymaker?
Yes. Is it silver? In my mind, it's a silver G-string.
It was gray, actually. And where is Sheila?
Gray?
Because I think you'd like it, Sheila. So it was gray. Hand to God, gray.
That seems
So
like a terrible color for a
you
G-string,
might be
though.
really good for you tonight because that's the moneymaker. Uh, but God, it was a horribly boring episode, and
Yeah.
I can't stand when it is boring because like it makes recapping it so much more harder.
Hey, but there's also a photo shoot. I mean, that was the most interesting part, is the photo shoot. See, she
Yes.
loves refried beans.
Listen, I don't hate people who love beans. That's not me. You know, I like everything else, like in a taco. Well, you know, I love tacos because there's no beans in them.
You
You
don't
know,
have to put beans in the burrito.
but what are they
They'll
gonna
put
like sub it in for? Because like if that's half a burrito is
rice.
beans.
They'll just fill it full of rice then.
Like more lettuce.
Sometimes, but mostly rice. They'll put rice in there. More
Yeah,
carbs
boring,
for
boring.
you.
Oh, okay. So at the end, now, Ed was saying how Liz wants to be more involved in photography, and you know, Ed has shot 6 covers, and he's a photographer, and he wants you know, to show her the ropes, I guess, because she's interested in it.
Right.
And enters Ashley Smith from a million years ago. Tell me that girl did not look like Ashley.
She did. I think she had better hair, but that's just my opinion.
It was the same hair. Like
It was-
listen, I hung out with Ashley a lot. I like the hair had like the same bounce and the curls. And I looked at Cody. I'm like, did Ashley get back on the show? Like, I'm not even kidding you. I'm like, is that Ashley? And like, you know, maybe looking at it real quick, but that I swear to God, I'm like, I thought that was Ashley. I'm like, good for her if this is her getting back on the show. And her name was what, Alex? Like it was
it was
Ashley
Alex.
Ashley adjacent, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she like wore like the same dress that I actually went out with Ashley when she wore like the same exact dress. I'm like, oh my God, is that Ashley? Nobody else
Was
thought
it really? That's
no, well,
crazy.
not Ashley.
Was
But
it
it's Al.
beige? It was beige.
Was it beige? No, it was pink. Wasn't it pink?
I thought it was
Was it
beige.
gray? Was it gray, pink, or beige?
It's one of those mystery dresses. It depends
Yeah,
on the room you were in.
What's that when the color changes? What's that word called? It's like
Iridescent? No.
iridescent. Thank you. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you. I knew it had like 13 letters in it. Iridescent. Like it looks like, you know, one shade in one light, and then looks a different shade in a different light. Iridescent. So you know, Ed and not Ashley are, you know, filming or taking shots, and I
Yes.
guess Liz was not happy that you know, her critiques of her shots weren't being noted. You know, her saying she has no neck. Yikes. Like I was like, did you just say that
She
out
didn't
loud?
have a neck in that picture, though. She didn't, though. So there was no neck. She was right. There was no neck in that picture.
So
Picture.
you know, and she walked off. You know, he doesn't care about, you know, her opinion. So what do you think about that?
I mean, he didn't care about her opinions. It definitely did seem like he was more interested in flirting and saying, "Oh, it's so easy to take pictures when you're so beautiful." But Alex, the person that was getting the pictures taken, seemed to really like the pictures. And I don't know. It was definitely awkward because the things that Ed was telling her were like useless. Oh, well, I'm going to change it from this number to this number. You're not going to understand what that means. Or, you know, I like to follow this line, but you're not going to do that. It's like, that's the opposite of information that's helpful. You know, it wasn't teaching. So I can understand why Liz was annoyed. Taupe. It was taupe. I think it probably was taupe.
No. It was eggshell. What's off-white, eggshell? What are like the whites that are really whites, but people say it's like, oh no, that's not white, that's eggshell. Like, bitch, that's white.
Off-white?
Like it's like, that's not white, that's off-white. How silly are you? Like, don't you know your colors?
Yeah. No, but yeah. Taupe. It's taupe. So she was wearing a taupe dress. She liked the picture. She had no neck. Ed thought Liz was being unprofessional. I mean, she was. You probably shouldn't say she's got no neck. It's not helpful.
That's not mauve. That's chartreuse. Come on, guys, get your shit together with your colors. I'm a walking Crayola box of colors. I know every shade of every color there is.
Ooh, beautiful.
Are we good with Ed and Liz?
Yeah, who cares about Ed and Liz?
It
I mean,
was
I
like,
do like Liz's face though. She always looks like she's about to cry, or like she's trying
they
to keep it
gave us
together.
like this little incomplete stories, like not like
Nothing.
nothing was like cohesive this episode for me. It was just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like usually you could skip your teeth into like, but it just was like not a great episode to recap. But I think we're doing amazing. So
we are. It was a hodgepodge of nonsense.
There we go. Because this has been a hard one. All right,
great.
so we have
somehow we made it over an hour. How?
I know, and this has been awful.
Well, we pushed through the discomfort.
I thought this live would be like an easy 38 minutes because there was like nothing else to talk about. But here we are at the hour mark, and we still have 2 more couples to go, which always happens.
Listen,
okay.
I'm blaming it on Yara and beige.
Yes, it's the beige and it's the burrito are the 2 culprits. Like the 2 interesting things from this live are the beige and the burrito. And fun fact, burritos are beige. So there you go.
Exactly. We've connected the storylines that did not connect. Well
That's
done.
how you bring it full circle. All right. So now we have I used to call her not super fan Kim. I've now elevated her new name to not Sisterwife Kim. So we have not Sisterwife Kim and not international singing sensation Usman. So Kim is going to Nigeria, on her way to propose marriage. Her mom and son are there. They kiss her goodbye, whatever. They're in the car. Her son is taking her to the airport. And Kim is playing Usman's songs like it was like playing on the radio. She's playing. I'm sorry. Whatever. So, and Jamal, Kim's son, she's like, listen to this. Like, isn't this catchy? He's like, oh, it's not bad. I was like, yeah, Jamal, I really wanted you to hate everything he did. Always and forever.
He wanted to hate it too, but he was like, it was pretty good. I'm glad he's not like a phony person that says that he makes music that doesn't really make it. He really does make the music. I also don't think it's terrible. I mean, compared to some of the other people in the cast that are musicians, I think it's all right. It's got a vibe.
Okay, I'm just gonna shut up. Okay, so but Kim was saying to Jamal, I want you guys to have your own thing, and I want you to have a relationship separate from me. And I mean, they're the same age, so I guess they would have a lot in common. So, and Jamal's like, I'd rather not have anything at all. I'm like, there you are, Jamal. I was waiting for that. I was, but.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think?
Kim was disappointed. But yeah, he's not going to have a relationship. He's your husband or boyfriend or whatever he is. He's not anything to Jamal. Jamal doesn't care.
Is like Jamal older than him?
I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
Okay. Then they're age close. Okay. So Kim falls in. Now listen, Usman, my God. He's like, listen. He's like, Kim brought me some gifts when she came, so I'm going to return the favor. So, how thoughtful was Usman to go to the airport gift shop and buy her 2 teddy bears? Right. Just like he bought him a PlayStation 5 and a MacBook Pro Air, whatever. He's like, I'm going to return the favor this time. I got you. And those airport gift shops are pricey. So
They are.
I'm sure those two teddy bears probably cost $20 each. And
Maybe. And also, it's what every 52-year-old woman wants is 2 plushies to snuggle with at night because she's not getting any yammy yammy.
but he wanted to make sure, don't get her any jewelry, don't get her any flowers, don't get her, a nice dress, just two stuffed animals from the airport. You're already at the airport. There's a gift shop there. He's smart. He's like, I'm gonna go to the airport. I'm sure I can buy something for her there. And he did. And she's like, oh, look, you bought me something. Oh, what's this?
It's the thought that counts ish. I mean, Larissa would be like, where are my flowers? But
no, Larissa did say, where are my flowers? And then you take me home in this unair conditioned car. Let's remember that
about the car.
Remember driving home and there was no air conditioning in the car, and she's like, Cody, what do you which Cody does Larissa better than I can ever. Like, we have our voices, and one half of my team is not out here doing voices or in a gray G-string. So it is what it is.
Yep. Oh, are you getting the details? Are we finding out?
No,
Are they married?
Different text from somebody else.
Oh.
So
Unbelievable. Jamal doesn't want Kim to propose, but he wants her to be happy, but he wants her to be smart. But yeah, now we're in Nigeria. What's going on in Nigeria? Oh, did you see the part where Usman was getting ready in the bathroom and he was really pumping himself up?
And he's saying, like, listen, I got the hotel room now. It's one room this time, because we're going to have sex, and people dating each other should have sex. Quite the different attitude you had I hate saying last season, because it was like, a few months ago on Before. It was like, they just got off and now they're back on, which I still am having problems wrapping my head around how they got unhappily. But okay, they're unhappily, they're here, and I have to deal with it. So, he didn't want to have, the same room then.
No. But now he's saying it's the most important thing in a relationship between a man and the woman must have sex. He said that they must have sex. It's the most important thing. It was really like, what are you talking about? But okay.
She had to give him an ultimatum last time. She said, either we have sex or I'm out, and I'm taking the. And didn't she take the PS5 or the MacBook with her? Didn't she take she grabbed them? I know she took one or the other.
The MacBook. Both. I think she took the MacBook back. I bet somebody in the chat will know the answer, but
and she came, either we have sex or that's it. Who wants it? That's a way to charm a man. An ultimatum, fuck me or else. Okay, that. Oh yes, music to my ears. If you don't fuck me right now, mister, I'm going to take your MacBook and your PS5 and go right back to the States. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that's verbatim what she said, but that's verbatim what she said. It is what it is.
It wasn't verbatim.
I don't want it. Sorry.
But she's got plushies now, so
maybe we should have started out with them first. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I love when I crack myself up. I'm my own best friend at times, and I love when I make myself laugh. So yes. I'm sorry. All right, so wait. They're in Abuja, right? Then
yes,
they're in Abuja for a few days. If you don't fuck me, mister, I'm taking my PS5 and my gaudy jewelry and my MacBook, and I'm out.
She did give him jewelry this time, though. Of
course she did. We didn't even get there yet.
And a cool shirt with the picture of the button.
Of course she did. Kim don't come empty-handed, honey. She gotta keep her man happy.
But he was like, if this is too big of a present, I'm not going to accept it. So I will say, at least it was an appropriate present, but he would have taken anything. He's lying.
What? Remember that gaudy? We call these like you know the nameplates, like, you know, if you had like Maria here, like, you know, well, I love when girls wear nameplates. I love nameplates, but on Long Island, people go like the extra, like, and if you're a Long Islander, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, or from New Jersey, when they say, like, you know, they have the nameplates, but it's like, you know, John loves Cody forever, like, you know, you ever see that, like, with all that? I don't know. I think it's just Long Island, but we call that a Long Island license plate. That's what we call that.
Yes.
And you know that, and Kim gave him like that Long Island license plate, even though it was one word. It was like too much and gaudy and flashy, like that the Soldier Boy one. So I don't even know where I'm going. I'm still thinking about the ultimatum. Sorry. Maria, bring me back in. Where are we?
Well, I don't know. I kind of jumped ahead to the gifts that she got him, a t-shirt and the bracelets, right? That said, what is it? What did it say? Her king and his queen or something. So they had matchy bracelets. It's fine.
And the shirt, she goes, I always wear your face on my shirts, and now it's your turn to wear mine. Yeah, I can't wait to see Usman walking around Lagos with the him and Kim shirt when she's not around. But okay.
Yep.
And then Usman saying, Kimberly doesn't need to buy my love. Doesn't she?
Seems like he's all in, like that this might be an agreeable American woman because she's possibly open to you know, having a second wife. So maybe he's, you know,
and then we find out about like all the terms they have for lovemaking, which I thought was amazing.
I wrote those down somewhere.
I have them. No, I got you, girl.
Good.
It's the yammy. Then it's called fertilizer.
Gross.
Lord. Then there's also the African ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that he needs to put in her stew. I don't know. And then what's the other one? Oh, the power bike.
That's the one. Who's pedaling? Who's pedaling on the power bike is all I want to know.
I think my favorite one's the fertilizer because I'm like that.
That's the worst. That's gross.
What? Like, and like, did we have to hear any of that? And why do they have 4 names for it? Like, do people do that? Like, when I'm like, Cody, let's fuck. So like, I don't know. We don't have to name it anything, but yammy, fertilizer, African.
I know what I call it. I just remembered
the power bike. So if my husband approached me with some BS like yammy time, exactly, Ashley, me too. Like if Cody was like, "Hey John, why don't you give me that Italian ingredient tonight?" I'd be like, "Ew, I'm never going near you ever again, and we're divorced." Like, no, ever, no. Like that would make my dick shrivel inside me, like, and have a vagina. If he ever said that to me, I'm just saying, like, you know, gross. No.
But how would you feel about the power bike though? Because I feel like that piques the curiosity.
I can't.
I want to know that position. What's the power bike? How do I?
Oh God! Where? Why did you want me to think about that and put that thought in my head, Ashley? Ashley, go yell at Maria, please. Like now she's putting thoughts in her head.
I just want to know if somebody's pedaling and which one's pedaling. That's just all I want to know.
Well, what about the fertilizer? Is it just like?
I don't know. My problem is I keep thinking about like potting soil, which I don't want to think about.
I'm thinking of like just like, you know, stuff just shooting everywhere, like fertilizer. Like that's how I see it.
If it's shooting everywhere, you're not fertilizing properly. I'm just saying. You can't have it shooting everywhere. I think if you're going to fertilizer, you need to get it where it needs to go. But I think of potting soil, and that is not sexy to me. So. No,
it's like
the power bike.
Let's clean the toilet. No, that means it's sex. Ugh, gross. Gross.
Ooh, no, that's not a good term. No,
Gross.
no.
Gross, gross,
I usually,
gross.
I usually just say I'm looking for some action. That's what I say. Hey, you want to get some action? You want some action? That's usually what I say. Very,
So power
very
by
not
Kim.
exciting.
Okay, so no sex. What did I write? Oh, okay. So Kim got there, and then the champagne was flowing. The stuffed animals were flowing. The jewelry, the bracelets were there. And, Kim was upset because she woke up no sex. They passed out from the no sex, from the tiredness, and they
Yeah.
decided to go karting. I've never had to wear a hairnet when I've gone go karting before, but I guess that's a thing in Nigeria. Did you see that?
I'm sorry, I missed it, but I have had to wear they're like the fire retardant things. It's like a hood that goes around your whole face. So
Maybe I just go to some ghetto go karting places, but like I don't even think I wear a helmet when we go. Like we're just all, like, here you go, here's a car, here's a track, good luck. Like the hairnet. I was like, okay, like is she working at McDonald's? Like did she like like I didn't get the hairnet thing, but and that's stuff I look at, like like the burrito and how tasty it was. Then like looking at Kim having to put a hairnet on to wear a go kart. That's like the little intricacies that I like, delve into.
yes,
And then they have they have lunch, and they're talking about the second wife, and Kim's all cool and on board with that. Yeah. I get that you want to be a father and you want to have kids. I'm as long as I'm the HBIC, the first wife, I'm good. Right?
exactly.
But I don't think in a million years Kim would ever be good with it. Ever. I don't, and that's where like the not sister wife Kim comes in, because and from how it's sounding, it sounds like Usman is never coming here. And
Right.
baby girl Lisa said over and over again, that day will never come. And I believe Lisa.
Yep.
And Lisa went through it with him. So who better than Lisa to know that? Because
Exactly.
as it sounds like Kim's going to move there. So why aren't they on the other way then? Why is it 2 seasons of them not being on the other way? They should be on the other way.
Well, it doesn't really sound like she totally wants to move all the way to Nigeria. More like she comes when she wants to and she leaves when she wants to. But I don't know, because she was asking where would the other wife live, in which town, because they're in Abuja or whatever, and can the wife be in the other town, and that gets Usman all worked up, like she's gonna be wherever I want her to be. Kim didn't like that.
She doesn't want her being in the same town. And then, Usman's like, well, we're sharing the same dick, so what difference does it make? And Kim didn't like that.
Would you like that?
I would not put myself in that situation to share a dick with somebody. I'm not stupid.
I mean, I used to want a sister wife. I thought they would be very useful. One that wanted to do the dishes and the laundry.
Okay, well, you are from Utah, so like,
Well, I couldn't talk.
I hate to make a sweeping generalization about all people in Utah, but I mean, like, like, I just
not a Mormon. I just thought, man, I can see the benefit of having a sister wife. But my husband was like, I can handle only one wife. So
yeah, I could see like it being fun, I guess. You could like play bridge together at night, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Do the dishes. Yeah. I don't know.
She can play with the children. I don't know.
You can go out and have a night on the town like Yara and have your sister wife sit there and watch instead of Gwen's mom. Perfect.
Exactly. That's what Yara really needs, is a sister wife.
That's it, maybe. And I think Jovi would be down for that.
He would, especially if she had stripper boobs. It would be perfect.
You mean Yara? Not Yara's like all like messed up like pregnancy boobs and like like
Yeah,
that.
none of those deflated trash bags. He wants some stripper boobs. But let's share the same dick. Why would he say that? What kind of reaction was he hoping for? Saying something so ridiculous. Terrible.
I don't know. And then obviously Kim didn't like that. So,
No.
She wants to live in a different town away from the second wife with the kids. This makes no sense to me. Okay, so that tells me that he's staying in Nigeria forever, and she has, and which we know he can't leave, he can't come here. So she should be on the other way, and that way I don't have to watch it.
They're not even, but they haven't even proposed yet. So, we still have to get a blessing and all of this other nonsense. A proposal hasn't even happened. So maybe that's why. Yeah. But yeah, Kim's not happy. And what did she say? Said, if he's sleeping with another woman while I'm visiting, I'll make him bleach his dick. Is that even a thing? It doesn't seem like that's a thing to me. How can you, that doesn't seem like that would be good for your skin to bleach your dick.
As someone with a dick, I would never dip it in Clorox if like they asked me to. I'm just like I couldn't imagine that type of pain. So I don't know. I wouldn't.
Seems like a bad idea.
And then like it might leave spots. Like when you bleach something, it turns like I don't know what's gonna happen to it. If you bleach it. So I don't know.
You're not gonna want to have sex with it after.
Like, would you want to put like bleach up your hoo-ha? Like, because if you, yeah. So
it doesn't go there. It doesn't go there.
Like, there you go. God Almighty, did this live go south? I'm about to light up a cigarette. I usually don't smoke on lives, but Jesus Christ, I think I might have to. I think I'm going to.
This was what they gave us to judge. I'm sorry.
Like,
I blame the show.
Serious. Now I got to smoke a cigarette, which I try never to do on lives, well, public lives anyway. So here you go. Thanks for getting me smoking on camera, Maria. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, we're kind of trying to start a new vibe here. Maybe the vibe includes smoking on camera.
Boy, this cigarette tastes so good. These great, these Marlboro Lights with this full flavor. Like, should I do a cigarette ad like we did in the 50s? Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kim starts going off about her culture.
Is there more to cover with Kim and Usman? Because if there is,
she talked a little bit about she's an American.
I might need something stronger than this if we're going to keep going. So, what was it, Maria?
I mean, just a little bit. Just a little bit. She's just like, I'm an independent woman, and you have to understand my culture as well. And I'm going to do things my way, and not just have you tell me how your wife is going to be here or there. And it was basically like, hey man, you're harshing my vibe here. You brought this up, not me. We're having a nice dinner, man.
And she's like, yeah, like I don't think in a million years Kim would ever be okay with it. Like, even if she knew that like he would, oh honey, is it your turn to go to like, I like the next town over? Smithfield, we'll just say. There's probably no Smithfield in Nigeria, but for like for this conversation, we'll just say Smithfield. So, oh honey, are you going to Smithfield tomorrow to be with like wife number 2 that you're actively fucking to try to get children? Like, could you see that happening?
I mean, I think there's a part of her that's trying to fool herself that if I never have to see this woman or meet this woman, then it's not really happening. So, I mean, that's the only thing I think that's going on is she's trying to fool herself. But yeah, she doesn't want to be a sister wife. And I feel like on some level, you're a sister wife, right?
You are a sister wife. Like, whether you're in the same house or not, you are one.
Yeah. So,
and ask Mary and Christine and Janelle and Robin how well. Don't ask Robin. She'll tell you it's working great. But ask Christine, Mary, and Janelle how great that's working for them.
Yep. It's going great. It's going great. Have you seen some of the clips of that show?
Did you watch it yet? The first episode? Did you watch the first episode?
No,
yet?
But I've seen some clips, and I'm all about Christine. She's just like, Cody and her are having a conversation, and she's just setting her boundaries very firmly. Every time he says something terrible, she's just not having it. And I'm just like, yeah. So I'm excited about it.
I am too. And then I know you won't be able to, but tomorrow we're gonna cover like Sisterwife on Saturday, yeah. So and then I wanted to cover it before Sunday's episode started. That way we're caught up. So we'll be doing Sisterwife tomorrow. I can't wait. So all right, we're good with them, right? We're good with the power bike,
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, we're not done. We still have Angela.
Yeah. No, I know. So the Yami and the power bike, we're good.
Yep.
All right, Angela and Michael.
My hair.
It's hard for me. It's okay. So Angela is finally on the show. Yay. And her first scene, and I love Angela so goddamn much, is her doing yoga and bringing Coke to
Coke in the studio.
And knowing Angela as well as I do, she drinks as much soda as I do. Like, Angela is my equal when it comes to drinking soda. Like, Angela doesn't drink coffee. She drinks soda. Like, just like me. Like, I wake up, I drink soda.
Me too.
At lunch, I drink soda. When I have to wake up in the middle of the night and I'm thirsty, I drink soda. It's always soda. Sometimes I'll drink some iced tea, but mostly soda. Like, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I just drink soda. So, and Angela is like the same as me. Like when we're there in Georgia, like we have to buy like 10 like 6-packs, like, and just get, because between me and Angela, the Coca-Cola's a flowing.
The Coca-Cola's a flowing.
So
yes.
her bringing the soda to. And I texted her. I'm like, "Oh my god, you brought the soda to yoga." I go, I would have done the same fucking thing. And she's like, "Well, usually we bring water to yoga." And Angela, this is my water, and that's what I say to people all the time. John, you always drink soda. You never drink water. I go, this is my water. It is like I drink soda around the clock, always and forever. My mom gave me soda out of a bottle when I was a kid, and it's just been going. So it's been just going south since then. I've always been and it's always Coca-Cola, never Pepsi. And she's like, the same way. So I was dying when she was drinking. She brought the soda, and I'm like, that's so fucking Angela. I laughed. My first line is yoga, drinking Coke, that a girl. That was my note. She's stressed over Michael. She still doesn't know when his visa is going to be permitted.
Approved.
Thank you. He only calls her regarding the visa or money. And then they say that he went on to make an IG account, which I remember, and then he blocked her from that. And if I could shine some light on that.
Okay.
If you remember, months ago, Usman and Michael were together, and Usman was just putting bad thoughts in Michael's head. So that's when Michael started the Instagram, and Michael did block Angela, because I remember texting Angela. I'm like, did you see that Michael has an Instagram now? She's like, I'm on it. So that's all very true. That and there's
okay, but Usman sure knows how to get gifts out of Kim. So was this part of the game, part of the playing Angela to get?
And I think I could say this without pissing anybody off. I think that Kim and Usman were trying to be the next Angela and Michael, which I said before. I think I have, but they were trying to be like the next, take the crown away from Angela, and they wanted that title now as like the new face of 90 Day, and Usman was really just being a dick to Angela and just trying to like brainwash Michael. And
To what end?
I hope I didn't say too much already.
Yeah,
But
for what purpose? I don't understand how that gets him to be number one on 90 Day.
if he screws up their relationship and they fall off the show, then it's much more easier for Usman and Kim to walk away with the crown. It was like a mutiny, which is something I've gone through recently, so I can agree with that. Like a mutiny to get the crown. So that's all true. Like Michael did start the IG, but to shine a light on it, it was Usman when they were together like that one day. And Angela was vocal because Angela posted, the two assholes together. It was, this is stuff off IG. I'm not really giving anything personal away right now. But that was off IG, and that all really did happen. So then she's talking. Is there anything else you want to say before we go to the next scene?
Well, she hasn't seen Michael in 2 years, and she's lost over 100 pounds. And Michael does not like her smaller boobs.
And Angela looks great when they showed like the wedding, like and like how much bigger she was. Like it's just like so night and day how different she looks. Like and I've only known Angela skinny. Like the first time I met her was like a year and a half ago. Right, it was right after she had like the weight loss, and she was already like slim. And to see like the old pictures of her, like just being like bigger, it's just like it's so. I was telling her, I'm like, God, I'm like, it's so because we know Angela pretty well now. You know what I mean? And she's part of our family, and we're part of hers, and I love her like a big sister. I call her my big sister. I don't call her my mom because she's not that much older than I am. But she's like, I say she's my big sister. She just looks so good now. Not that she looked bad before, but it's like it's different. You know what I mean? It's a difference.
It's different.
So,
yes.
Yeah. She's talking to her friend on the phone now.
Billy. Oh, okay.
Who, much like my husband, happened to be a stripper back in the day. So Billy and Cody have a lot in common. And they met because I think Angela wanted him to paint something, right?
Yeah,
and
some sort of art for Michael. Yeah.
Yeah. And they do TikTok dances together and stuff like that. And I guess Angela was talking to him because she was feeling that Michael only wanted her for either money. And Angela said, listen, I didn't want him working, so I was taking care of him, but his demands are getting to be a little bit much. We'll get to that part in a minute. So they're FaceTiming with each other, and Anne just saying, like, what do you think if I come to Canada and meet you? And he's like, I'd love you to come. And she goes, I mean, I don't know if I can afford to go because I'm going to be throwing, money at you the whole time. And he goes, as long as they're 20s, which was, it was
right.
cute.
It was cute.
Exchange. Probably, if I was Michael watching that, I probably wouldn't be happy.
Probably not. I mean, I don't know how straight that man is, but he does give her the right energy. He supports her. He's happy to talk to her. He's happy to see her. You can see that big smile on his face. So, yeah, he's giving her energy that Michael is not giving her right now.
And as someone who has been there, I can say that Angela may look tough and rough around the edges, but she has a heart and she has feelings. And I can tell you that it has not been easy for her, with this and the distance. And she really does care for Michael. So I don't want anybody thinking that, I don't know. I feel like I have to kind of say that because I don't want, and I can't say too much, and I probably said too much already, but in my dealings and being there and being her friend and talking to her, like she cares. She loves, so I don't want people to think, oh, now she's talking to this guy from Canada, a stripper, and she's gonna go there. There's a lot to it, um, and that's pretty much all I could probably say. So what do you think of that? Of her talking to the guy, Maria?
I mean, it's not great when you have a husband, even if he is, not giving you the right energy to be talking to another man. But I don't view this man as a threat.
I don't either. Like, I think it's just like they're having fun with each other. She's making him laugh. She needs to laugh,
Yes.
and so. But I can understand how it might be construed that she's married to a woman and she's talking to this guy in Canada and like they're dancing together and and so I get how people could see that too. I listen.
Right.
So
But also, I don't think that's what it is.
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't,
think so.
I think they're just being chummy with each other and,
Mhm.
because Angela is one of the most loyal fucking people I know, and God, is she loyal. I know if I called Angela and said, like, I just killed somebody, can you help me bury them in my backyard? She'd be like, I'm on my way to shovel. Like, that's like the type of friend she is. Like, like that's, what I mean? Like, she's
Yeah.
there for you and she's good. She's a good person. Um, and she totally would show up with a shovel. I know she would. I know she would. um,
She'd give you the
um,
right place to bury the body too.
yeah,
She's like, oh, not
listen,
here.
you need that friend in your life. You need that
You
person
do.
who, and I'm sure you have that one person in your life who is like, and she's got a level of love in her heart. I will say that. So Canada, blah blah blah. They're making fun of the 20s. And the next scene, I don't know if it's the attorney when
It is. Yeah, it is.
is it with the attorney or because she also says that and she's crying and Angela again has a heart.
Oh yeah,
You might not
yeah.
think she has one, but she has a giant big heart. And she's saying like she's old and I don't know how much time this is gonna take and I don't want to be alone forever. And I thought that was like
Yeah.
a nice scene because you don't ever see that side of Angela. You see Angela taking her titties out at the tell-all and like, here you are, and she's very in your face, and so I thought that was a nice scene of seeing the softer side of Angela.
It was, yeah. She said she had a fear that she's been wasting her time with Michael. That she always before thought that he loved her, but right now she's starting to feel like she's being scammed, and she needs to know if she's wasting her time or not. And I get it because I mean I did feel like he loved her back when she was a bigger woman. He seems very put off by her new body, even though she's healthier now. She was doing it for her health, and that just doesn't register with him. So I can see why she's frustrated and worried.
Yeah. I was shoot, I was gonna say something I forgot. Damn it. What I was gonna say was really good. I hate when I do that. All right, anyway. So the next scene, she's meeting with her attorney about Mike.
Woo! I
And
love him.
again, Angela is very forthcoming and straight and honest. Maybe she's a little too forthcoming at times, says the attorney.
Maybe, says the attorney.
Because the attorney's like, yes, Angela's my client and I deal with, legal stuff, but maybe I don't need to know their sex schedule or,
Yes.
all like the intimacies, like, maybe it's a little bit too much TMI and I laugh because, but that's how Angela is. Like
Yeah. Yep. He's like, I'm a lawyer, not a therapist,
yeah.
but
But a lot of people are close with their lawyers. Like I worked as a paralegal and I worked as a court reporter. Like, and like I remember clients coming into my lawyer's office and like I would hear what they would say to the lawyer I worked for. And it really, because you open up to your attorney and you want to make sure, because like when you're in like a legal situation, and you want to tell your lawyer something, you tell your lawyer everything because you want to make sure your lawyer knows it all. Because whether you're divorcing or trying to sue somebody, like you leave no stone unturned, because maybe if I tell the lawyer that maybe we have sex or don't have sex, it'll, you know what I mean? It'll give them something more to work with. So I can understand wanting to be maybe too much, give too much detail.
Yes.
You don't have to tell your partner's dick size, that might be but there's
She did tell a little more than she needed to tell.
yeah, but it's cool. It made for a good scene. So
It did make for a good scene.
Then she shows about Michael's text messages about his Instagram account, and him saying to her that he wanted $5,000 to take it down.
Yeah, that's a bridge too far. Not saying I love you for 5 months, not wanting to see your boobs, not doing as much sexting. Okay, we might be having some problems in our relationships, but that's we can work on that. Asking for $5,000 if you want me to take down the Instagram, that feels extortion-y and weird, and not like something a husband would do to a wife.
Yeah. Exactly. I'll take it down for $5K. You're married.
Yeah.
What? And then, can you understand why Angela might want to talk to this guy in Canada, which we know it's not going to really go anywhere, or maybe it does, but I can't, if Angela is feeling like Michael is just using her as a money pump, because it's not that often that Angela gets to go to Nigeria.
Right.
I would, maybe I would be talking to other men too, because Angela just gives. Really, she does, especially to Michael. And you can only give so much, and then without, you're gonna feel a certain way about it sooner or later. And
I mean, if he's not giving her the bare minimum of just normal conversation and saying I love you and trying to keep intimacy the only way that you can when you live that far away from each other, then how else is she going to feel about it? She's going to seek that stuff out from friends elsewhere after 2 years, I don't know, man. What a mess.
It's a mess. And it's hard for me to because I actually know a lot of stuff. So it's gonna be difficult for me to recap Angela and Michael this season. But I'm gonna
follow your notes, because this is what they gave us to judge.
What's on the TV show. And that's it. So, but Angela has a big old heart, and I hope she does. She's a really, really good person, and I am grateful, and I feel lucky that she's in my life. There's not a lot of cast members that I'm really gotten that close to, like Danielle. I would put Danielle, Beth, Angela. There's only a small handful that I'm really tight with, and she's really good people. And I know people want to hate her, but she's a really good. I love her. So I think that's it. And now look at this: an hour and 45 minutes.
I don't know how he did it. It's almost as long as the show.
The most boring episode ever aired, and here we are. So,
but what we did find out is that his visa could come in any day now. Oh, his visa could come in any day now. So she needs to make some decisions pretty quickly about what she wants to do, because her lawyer's been getting it done.
That's what I was gonna say. Because thank you. Look at Usman. It's hard for Nigerians especially to get the visa to come here. Because of all the scams that go on there. I honestly don't even know. Remember Lolo and Kia from season 4?
Yeah.
He was like the Nigerian prince that catfished Kia. if you remember correctly. And, it took him forever to get here. So when Angela's saying, and then this Usman's visa, which I can't even, like, it's never going to happen. So then, Angela sees all this and yeah, can that visa happen at any day now? But we'll see. This is fun.
I mean, to my knowledge, he's not here, but who knows?
And again, just, getting back on a consistent level again, we're going to be doing 90 Day Fiancé on Monday nights like we used to at 8. I think we're going to be doing Sister Wives on Tuesdays at 8 because Sister Wives and 90 Day are on the same night. I'm not going to go back to back. So we'll do Sister Wives on Tuesday. I think if you guys are going to make me watch Single Life.
I mean,
Are
it
you
was
going to
kind
watch
of fun.
Single Life, Maria?
I mean, I kind of liked the show. I really enjoyed watching Jesse get hit with those branches. You kept calling
I
it
heard
kale.
that Jesse and Jennifer broke up.
I did too. And then I went and looked at both of their IGs, and they're both rock climbing together. So maybe they just broke up for a minute and they made up.
So is the real classic love story? They're still going.
I think they're still going.
That's on my bad because I have not checked stories in like a week and a half. So I'm gonna get back on track with IG and continue posting again. So we'll do Single Life on Wednesday nights at 8. It's always gonna be 8 o'clock, and then Thursdays will be Beverly Hills at 8, and then we're gonna get back on a schedule where we should have been months ago. That way, you all know when I'm going live and what to expect. So.
Yes.
We're
getting there. Life's been happening. Yes.
The giant weight's been lifted off, and I can finally take I can finally breathe a little bit. So, hey, Jay Freak. Oh my God, did you just come in now? We're just about to end it. I'm sorry. No, weren't you in before? No, you weren't. I don't know.
I can't see the chat today.
Watch the replay, and thank you guys for being here on an almost 2-hour live on the most boring episode that probably ever aired on 90 Day Fiancé. So I appreciate it all. Maria, hang back with me for 1 second because you got to walk me through something. Guys, thank you. I was going to do an after show, but now I'm tired and it's late, so no. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm hungry. I want to eat some dinner, not a burrito with no beans.
And now I want a burrito.
I kind of want a burrito now, but now it's late. What time is it? It's midnight, so no burritos here.
Whoops.
So
I can get one.
Guys, thank you so much. Have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.